अच्छा. Hi, good evening, Reet. Hello, Lokesh. Hi, Aradhya. Good evening, Saubhagya. How are you all? Please turn on your camera, guys. We want to see your lovely faces. Only Reet.
So kids, Megamam want to see everyone's face. She loves to interact face to face. So you need to turn on your cameras. Right, Megamam?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So meanwhile, you all are turning on your cameras. So I would like to inform you that you all will be on mute in demo class, but in upcoming classes, you will be able to interact with your mentor freely. Okay. So this setting is just meant for demo class. So quickly type it in the chat box from which school and city you all are joining us. We are excited to know that.
Okay, Reet is joining us from Delhi. Which school, Reet? And Lokesh is joining us from St. Xavier's Public School, Kolkata. Very nice. What about others? Okay, Reet's school name is NK Bagrodia Global School. All right. Okay.
What about Aryan, Archana? Okay, Radhe is still joining. Saubhagya.
Pooja ma'am, you're on unmute.
All
Kindly
right.
unmute
So
yourself.
would like to know if you all have joined us before also, or you're joining for the first time. So if you're joining us for the first time, write F in the chat box. If you have joined us before also, write B in the chat box. Aryan is joining us from Shri Chaitanya Techno School. Great. So Reet is joining us for the first time. Lokesh has joined us before also. Good to know that. Aryan has joined, is joining for the first time. Great. And what about Archana? Saubhagya. All right. So you got to know about us via email or chat. Write W in the chat box. If you got to know via WhatsApp, if you got to know via email, then write E in the chat box.
Reet, Lokesh, Aryan. Oh, sure, Aryan is joining us for the first time.
Okay. Lokesh got to know via email. Reed got to know via email. So majority got to know via email. Great. Good to know that. So now I would like to tell you about the flow of the session. As I've already mentioned, whosoever has joined late, this is for you, that you all will be on mute in demo class, but in upcoming classes, you will be able to interact with your mentor freely. Okay. So this setting is meant just for today. So whatsoever you have to say to us, you want to ask from us, you have to just type it in the chat box, right? Moving ahead, you'll be going to get few chat links in the chat box now, which will be helpful for you for your course. After that, you'll be going to meet your mentor. She's already here with us. You'll be going to get to know about her. Moving forward, you'll be going to have a look on your PPT related to your course, carry forwarding with the dashboard tour, in which you'll be going to get to know that how you can have a look on your material on the dashboard, right? Hope I'm clear to all of you. So we can use gestures also today to just communicate. We can show thumbs up also. All right. So Megha ma'am, can we have a chat links in the chat box, please?
Sure. I hope chat link is visible to everyone, right?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, kids. So as you can see, the first link is all about syllabus link. To know more about your syllabus, just click on this particular link. Payment can be made by this using this particular link. So if you're not enrolled for this batch, what you are waiting for, just enroll for this batch quickly, make payment. You can share your feedback by this clicking on this particular link. All the batch details is just having this on link. In case of further queries, you can email us at support@olympiadsuccess.com or drop us a WhatsApp on these two particular numbers. If you find any internet glitch while having this video, we are going live on Facebook. You can see this video on Facebook itself because we are going live. So this is all about chat links. I hope I'm clear to everyone. Show me thumbs up like this. As Pooja ma'am said, we can use gestures. Show me thumbs up like this, kids.
Oh my God.
Great.
Okay,
Over
Chef,
to you,
thanks
Pooja
so
ma'am.
many. Yeah, thank you so much, Megha ma'am. All right, so not late than this. Now I'll be going to introduce your mentor. She's already here with us. Her name is Miss Aishwarya. She's a wonderful mentor. Her classes are very smooth, classy, engaging, interactive, and productive for sure. So I'm pretty sure whosoever are joining for the first time, they'll be going to enjoy her session along with the learning perspective. And whosoever has joined us before also her session, so I think they are aware of her. So all over to you, Aishwarya ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Hi, everyone. I hope everybody is doing great. So, like Pooja ma'am said, I am Ishwarya. I'll be your mentor for this session, for these sessions. So, it'll be really nice if I could see others also with their videos on. It'll be nice to see more faces on the screen. But okay, anyway, so I'll just quickly introduce myself. I am Aishwarya, I'm from Delhi. I have done my MPhil in botany and I'm currently pursuing my PhD in botany as well. Mainly, my expertise lie in science. So I've been associated with Olympiad Success for quite some time now, and also I take classes for most of the competitive exams that we have. All I need from you guys is to be responsive and interactive in class, because otherwise it'll get very boring that I keep talking and you just keep listening to me, right? So the more interaction we have, the better. All right, that's all I need from you. And I think that's it. Hope to see all of you in the regular classes soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aishwarya ma'am. So moving ahead with PPT now on the screen. So Megha ma'am, can we have a PPT on the screen? So I want you to be very, very attentive while PPT is running on the screen, because this will be going to provide you complete information related to your course. And after that, I can ask you questions from the PPT only. So please be attentive.
I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
All right. So I welcome you all on the platform of Olympiad Success. So this is a demo interaction program for science grade 7. So Olympiad Success, as you all know, it's India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad examination. We are the first exclusive India's classes Olympiad preparation, one of its kind yearly programs that includes courses that matter. We have 8 courses having mathematics, English, science, logical reasoning, communication, Vedic maths, and coding. What else we provide? We provide one-on-one online CPSC, ICSC, IGCSE, and IB classes from grade 2 to grade 12, one-on-one preparation classes for international maths Olympiads, and various Olympiads like SESMO, CMO, HKIMO, TIMO, Maths Counts, US Common Code, Maths Competition, Maths Kangaroo, and PRMO. These are the rank holders. These are the kids like you only. So if you want that your picture should be here, what you need, just 2 hour extra from your regular curriculum, because Olympiad examination is quite little tougher than the easier curriculum. So what else we provide? We have having group session with around 20 students delivered through Zoom by tutors with significant teaching experience. 3 sessions per week: Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, from 6:30 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. with 5 minutes of breaks. This session includes mix of theory, practice question, doubt session, and discussions on previous year papers. Students will get reading material and practice question available on the dashboard of Olympiad Success Platform, and having a free access to Olympiad Success Platform to practice topic-wise maths and reasoning, and having 10 to 15% of this question. Syllabus is available on this particular link, and the fee of this course is rupees 10,840. Having 44 session course, payment can be made by using this particular link. This fees includes online class, daily reading notes and exercise, practice of previous year papers, and access of Olympiad Success Platform for maths and logical reasoning. What you require: a laptop or desktop with good internet speed, laptop or desktop with camera, and headphone for better audio clarity. So live classes will be started from Saturday, which is on 3rd of September. So in 2023-24 Olympiad Success Award. So this is all about informative PPT. I hope I'm clear to everyone. So over to you, Pooja ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So hope students we are clear with the details, right? So let me share my screen with you all. So session will be going to continue. Regular classes are going to continue from 3rd of September. Okay. Just a moment, and then we are going to go. So here we are with the platform. So what you have to do, students, you have to just enter this URL olympiadsuccess.com and you'll get this page on your screen. After this, you have to enter your user details. These are those details which you will get it at the time of login. Okay. So make sure that you enter correct one, otherwise you will not be able to log in to see your material. So these are your profile details. Check it properly. In case you find any error, you can just update it over here by clicking on update button while rectifying it over here. Okay. So after this, click on live classes in which you will be going to get your entire material. Select your subject and topic. And here you go. You can see your everything is systematically flashed on the screen. So you'll get your schedule in which you'll get a clarity that in which session you're going to cover a specific topic. In holiday calendar, you'll get your holidays list. In reading material, you'll get your material. In question papers and answer keys, you'll get your papers, practice papers. So you can see each and every chapter is bifurcated. Just a moment, it's opening. Yeah, here. So you can see each and every chapter is bifurcated in subtopics in different sessions. So after completion of every chapter, there'll be test discussion day also, that in case you have found any doubts while attempting your test, you can ask from your mentor in test discussion day. Okay. So in last, there'll be super classes. So in super classes, you're going to practice previous year papers, which will be helpful for you while attempting the Olympiad examination. So here is a holiday calendar for your reference that you can plan your days accordingly. Now coming on the reading materials. So there are 3 sets, as you can see. I'll be going to show you one for your reference. So here is the material. So you can see each and every topic is crafted in detailed manner for your better understanding, that you should get a depth knowledge of each and every chapter and topic. All right. So I'm moving on the question paper now. So the best part of our platform is the moment you solve your paper, you can check your answer keys parallelly. Then there is no delay of 1 day or 2 days. You can check your answers parallelly, that you'll get in clarity that whether you have understood this chapter or not. So I recommend you to just download the paper, take out the printout, solve it, and then check your answer keys. Here are the answer keys. So once you have solved your paper, you can check your answer keys also. So moving forward, we have more practice for you. For that, what you have to do, you have to click on worksheet button, select your subject, and here you can see so many worksheets are here for your practice. Click on take exam, read these instructions, select this icon, click on start worksheet, and you are good to go to attempt your worksheet. You have attempted first question. Moving on next. Let's say I have doubt in second question. I want to review this question once again. before submitting my worksheet. So what I'm going to do is I'll be going to click on this icon, select and mark for review. So the moment I'll be going to submit my worksheet, this icon will not let me allow till the time I will not fill the correct answer. So I'm just showing you for a reference. So that's why I'm attempting only 3 questions, but you should make sure whenever you attempt your worksheet, you should attempt all the questions, right? So now I'm filling my second answer because I want to submit my worksheet. So let's say I've cleared my doubt. Now I'm going to submit my answer. Click on next, click on finish button. Yes, submitted. Yes, I've reviewed all the questions and I am good to go. So the again, best part is you can check your performance. For that, click on performance button, select your subject, and here you go with your performance. I've attempted this worksheet just now. Click on view button. I've attempted 3 questions, all are wrong, right? So whenever you're attempting your worksheet, make sure that you should be attentive while attempting your worksheet, okay? So that's all about dashboard and course detail. If anybody is having any doubt related to your dashboard, course detail, drop it in the chat box. We'll be happy to answer your each and every query. Or you don't have any doubt, show me thumbs up on the screen. Great, good to go. Then quickly type it in the chat box. What are your class days and timings? Then we are continuing with your demo. Absolutely correct, Lokesh. It is Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Timing will be 6:30 till 7:45 p.m. Absolutely great. All right. So then I think we're good to go for the demo. All over to Ishwarya ma'am. Meanwhile, Megham, please paste chat links once again in the chat box.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, I'll just share my screen. Just give me one moment, guys. Okay, so for the demo today, we'll be talking about nutrition in plants and how plants obtain nutrients. So it's a fairly simple topic, fairly simple chapter. I'm sure most of you must have already finished this in school as well. So any questions that I ask, like Pooja ma'am already said, during the regular classes, of course, you'll be able to unmute yourself and answer. But for today, only you can put your answers in the chat box, right? Whatever I ask you. All right, so what do we know about nutrition in plants? Anyone? How do plants obtain their nutrients? What is a speciality of plants? Can anyone tell me? Yes? Put in the chat box. Correct, Aryan. Okay, plants are autotrophs. Very good. That's true. Okay, 1 second. Archana and Aradhya, can you please switch on your videos? Okay. So yes, plants are autotrophic in nature and plants undergo photosynthesis. Do all plants undergo photosynthesis? No. Okay. So what kind of plants go undergo photosynthesis? Correct. Correct. Plants that have chlorophyll, or specifically green plants that will undergo photosynthesis because of the presence of chlorophyll. Yes, Reeth. Some can be parasitic also, some can be other, like they can be saprotrophic also, so it depends on different kinds. So when we're talking about nutrition, nutrition is basically utilization as well as obtaining nutrients. That is called nutrition. Okay, so we have to define nutrition. Nutrition is the amount of nutrients required by any organism. Plus, we will also be talking about and utilizing those nutrients. Plus, mode of nutrition will be the ways in which any organism can obtain nutrition, right? So when we look at modes of nutrition, we have 2 modes of nutrition, autotrophic mode and heterotrophic. Auto means self. Okay. Trophic means a level. So at the self level, if any organism can obtain nutrition, then we say that those organisms are autotrophic. Okay, that means they can make their own food. Example, we have green plants, of course. Hetero means different. Okay. So when organisms use different modes or different methods of obtaining nutrition. That means whether they can be carnivores, herbivores, scavengers, etc., or let's say detritivores, saprotrophic, parasitic, etc., we say that they are different modes of obtaining nutrition. That means heterotrophic organisms will not be able to produce their own food. So we have multiple examples, right? Humans are also heterotrophic, correct? Okay, so any other mode of nutrition is considered as heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Example, humans. Even fungus or any kind of insect. So there are multiple organisms that are heterotrophs. Actually, except green plants, all other organisms are considered heterotrophs only, right? So far, any doubt, anyone? Yes, any doubts? Shall we move forward then? Okay. All right, great. So when we're looking at autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition, we also say that there are two types of autotrophic mode of nutrition. One is phototrophic mode of nutrition. Okay, photo means light. So organisms that use light energy and make food using this light energy are known as phototrophic organism. Example, all green plants. Okay, so what are they doing? They are converting light energy into chemical energy. So they take inorganic substances, okay, water, sunlight and all, and make organic substances from it, which is C6H12O6, which is your glucose molecule. Can somebody quickly tell me what is the difference between organic and inorganic substances? Here it's written they produce organic molecules, and here it's written that inorganic substances are being used. So does anybody know what are inorganic and organic? Like, can you tell me a difference? I mean, if you don't know, you can simply say no also. That's fine. We're all here to learn. Organic is pure. Organic compounds are derived from or produced by living organisms. Okay. More or less correct. Anyone else wants to give it a try? Organics are inorganic are derived from non-living components. Okay. All right, so that's half correct. The basic difference between organic and inorganic is that organic molecules or organic compounds contain carbon. Okay. Whereas inorganic molecules or inorganic substances will not contain carbon. So for example, water, H2O, doesn't have carbon, right? It's considered inorganic. Okay, all your minerals, yes Arjun, all minerals, rocks, magnesium, sodium, potassium, they don't have carbon, so they are inorganic. Organic, on the other hand, are the ones that contain carbon. So carbohydrates have carbon, proteins have carbon, fats have carbon, CO2 has carbon, alcohol can have carbon. So anything that contains carbon is organic. Anything that doesn't contain carbon, inorganic. Yes, carbon dioxide will be an organic substance. Okay. Any doubt, anyone? So in photosynthesis or in phototrophic organisms, what are they doing? They're converting the energy from the sunlight and producing the organic molecule, which is your glucose, from CO2, H2O, okay? And HCl will be inorganic. It's hydrogen chloride, so inorganic. Okay? Now coming to chemoautotrophic organisms, there are certain organisms, food items, because food items have carbohydrates, fats, proteins, they all contain carbon. Okay, they are organic only. And sometimes, you know, you get food in the market which says that they are organically grown, right? That means only manure has been used to grow them, or any plant part or compost has been used to grow them. No fertilizers or chemicals, because chemicals will be inorganic, right? Soft drinks will be organic because it does have carbonate or carbon in it. All right, coming to chemoautotrophic organisms. So chemo means chemicals are being used. So in this case, what organisms do is, there are certain organisms which are not green in color, but still they can make their own food. They are not conducting photosynthesis, but they are autotrophic in nature. That means they can fulfill their own energy requirements. These kind of organisms are usually your bacteria, okay, and they will take energy from inorganic substances. So for example, sulfur bacteria will oxidize sulfur to sulfate. Similarly, nitrosomonas species, these are also bacteria, they will oxidize or take energy from ammonia and make nitrate. So their energy requirement is complete, but we can't eat them because they are not making glucose. Okay, they are producing energy using these inorganic molecules or chemicals, and they are making food for themselves and energy molecules for themselves. But we cannot eat them because they are not making carbohydrates. We are eating plants because they make glucose, and glucose can be eaten as food, right? But these organisms, they can survive on their own, but we cannot eat them. Got it? So these are using, so in this case, phototrophic organisms are converting light energy into chemical energy, whereas chemoautotrophics will simply use chemical energy only. There will be no conversion, chemical energy, and they will produce chemicals for themselves only. So chemical energy into chemical only, different form. That's it. They don't require light. So nitrosomonas, for example, it's usually present under the soil or under the ground, so they don't require any kind of light. Not all chemicals, Reeth, depending upon if the chemical doesn't have carbon, then it is inorganic. If it has carbon, then it will be inorganic. Then it will be organic. Okay, so for example, like alcohols, most of the alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, they do have carbon in them, so they will be organic. Okay, but the ones that do not have carbon, they will be considered inorganic. Any doubts so far? Anyone understood what is photoautotrophic and what is chemoautotrophic? Major difference between the two? Anybody wants me to repeat anything? Okay, let's move forward then. All right, so what we know about photosynthesis. So of course we'll talk about photosynthesis in detail because we're talking about nutrition in plants. So photosynthesis is when there is carbon dioxide as raw material. So carbon dioxide, water, is converted into glucose in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Okay, so sunlight is taken up by the plants, it's absorbed by the plants because of the presence of chlorophyll, because chlorophyll can absorb this light energy and then convert it into chemical energy. Carbon dioxide goes inside the plants through the atmosphere, and water is taken up by the roots from the soil. Right? So these are your raw materials, and in return what we get, what are the products? The products formed are the carbohydrates, which is glucose, and oxygen. Okay, so oxygen is released into the atmosphere and carbohydrates are stored in the plants in the form of starch. Okay, let's look at the So here what we can see is basically we'll be talking about the leaf structure as well. I'll just come back to this. I want to show this formula. So 6 molecules of carbon dioxide will react with 12 molecules of water in the presence of light and chlorophyll and give you 1 molecule of glucose, 6 molecules of oxygen, and 6 molecules of water vapor will be released. This is the correct chemical reaction for photosynthesis. It is simple. Since this is how many carbons? 1 carbon in CO2, right? Forget about 6 and 12 right now. Carbon dioxide has 1 carbon. Glucose has 6 carbons. So from 1 carbon you cannot make 6 carbons. So that is why we require 6 molecules of CO2, right? 6 molecules of CO2 will give you 1 molecule of glucose. So This of course is balancing of equation that we do, but this is just logic behind it, that of course if there is 6 carbons required, it has to be 6 carbon dioxide as well. Any doubts so far? Okay, I'm just going to go back to this one. So what happens is sunlight is simply being absorbed by the chlorophyll pigment that is present inside the leaves. We will talk about the structure of the leaf in a little while, so you'll understand exactly where the chlorophyll is present. Apart from that, carbon dioxide is absorbed by the stomata that is present in the leaf surface. Does anyone know what is a stomata? We all know, I'm sure in grade 6 we've done it. 5th also we've done it. What is a stomata? Correct. Stomata are pores or openings that are present on the leaf surface. Correct. So carbon dioxide will go inside through the stomata, and oxygen will come out also through the stomata, right? Whereas water is taken up by the roots, by the root hair, and the water that is present in the soil will be uptaken by the plants through the roots. So that's it. Your raw materials are taken in, carbohydrates found will be stored in the leaf, and oxygen will be released out. Correct. Okay. Now let's look at where exactly is the chlorophyll pigment present. I'm not going to talk about cells for now. I'm just going to skip this. This we do in detail in the coming regular classes. I just want to talk about the section of the leaf. So we all know, we have studied about cells in maybe grade 6 also, grade 5th also, right? What are cells? Cells are the structural and fundamental unit of life, right? That means it's the smallest structure that is present in any living organism or any living being. Now, if I take a leaf and I cut it like this, okay? I'm taking this, let's say this is a leaf, I'm cutting it like this, and then we're observing it from here, from the top. So we see these different cells present. Okay, so this is a cross section of a leaf. Here what we see is, this is the topmost covering on the top, which is known as the upper epidermis. Since it's on the top, it's upper epidermis. The lower one is known as the lower epidermis. Okay, so this is the top of the leaf, this is the bottom of the leaf, right? Now at the bottom of the leaf, we have these air pores or tiny pores, openings, which is known as the stomata, right? This will help in exchange of gases. Now in between, we have two types of cells present, layers of cells present, and both of them together are known as mesophyll layer. Meso means middle, so it's in the middle, and fill means leaf, so it's present in the middle of the leaf. So we have two types of, what is hiding? You guys can't see my screen completely. Can you see my screen, all of you? Okay, all right. Yeah, so this one is meso, and so this is the mesophyll layer. It's made up of two types of cells. One is the palisade layer. Okay, palisade simply means cylindrical cells. So these are, if you look at them, they are cylindrical. And spongy layer. Spongy, why? Because if you see here, there are so many air gaps in between, right? So it provides a little bit of sponginess to the leaf, right? Here we have the veins. This is like the midrib. So if you look at the leaf has this veins going, right, for conduction of food and water. So one of them is the vein. This will have your xylem and phloem. Everybody knows about xylem and phloem. We'll talk about that also in detail, of course, later. But right now, I'm just focusing on the chlorophyll part. Now, palisade layer or the mesophyll layer is where the photosynthesis will occur. Okay, though the entire leaf is green in color, but maximum amount of chloroplast, that is an organelle that is present inside the leaves of green plants. Chloroplast will contain your chlorophyll pigment. They are present in the mesophyll layer. So if you see these green ball-like structures everywhere, in palisade cells also, this is one cell, right? So in this one cell, you can see multiple chloroplast, green, and here also in the spongy layer, you can see so many green organelles, right? So these are your chloroplast. Inside the chloroplast, you will have the chlorophyll pigment. Lokesh, it's basically present to provide a little bit of flexibility to the leaf. Okay, because if it's stiff, it's completely stiff, then it will not move around with the wind and all, right? It will break easily, and we don't want that. So slight sponginess is there. Till here, any doubt, anyone? Chloroplast, chlorophyll, okay. Let's move forward. Let's look at the structure of the chloroplast now. So this is your stomata. I'm not going to talk about the stomata. I want to talk about the chlorophyll. I will just draw a quick diagram for you for chloroplast. So this green structure I am enlarging a little bit. So it's a disc-shaped structure like this. Okay. It has two layers or two coverings. Okay. And inside we have, this is chloroplast, yes. Inside we have these coin-like structures that are stacked on top of one another. Okay. Each stack is known as grana or granum. Granum is singular, grana will be all together. The stack is made up of like one each coin, correct? Each coin is known as a thylakoid. Okay. And these are connected together by these tube-like structures. All of them are connected to each other. These are known as Fred channels. We also call them stroma lamellae. Okay. And whatever is the remaining portion is the stroma. Okay. This is your outer membrane. And this is your inner membrane. Till here, any doubt, anyone? So if you look at the formula for your photosynthesis, what does it say? It says that CO2, I'm not balancing it out, I'm just writing a simple formula. H2O gives you C6H12O6 plus oxygen, right? All right. This synthesis can be divided into two parts. One is when water is broken down into oxygen, and second when chlorophyll is CO2 is converted into carbohydrate. This is known as, the first one is known as a light reaction. Okay, and the second one is known as the dark reaction, or it can also be known as, first one light dependent reaction, and the second one is light independent reaction. That means for the dark reaction we don't need light. Doesn't have to mean that dark reaction occurs at night, but it doesn't need light. It can occur during the day also, but it will not absorb light. Light reaction is the one that will absorb light. Okay, so these two are divided depending upon where they occur. So the light reaction occurs in the grana. And dark reaction occurs in the stroma. Arrow would be down, Reed. I didn't understand what you're saying. This arrow you're saying? Yeah, this I've just drawn to indicate that this is one reaction that occurs. That means H2O first converts into O2, and in the second reaction, second part. So photosynthesis can be divided into two parts. First, water will be converted into oxygen. Okay. Then there's some energy release. That energy is used to convert CO2 into carbohydrate. Okay. So that is what I've indicated here. When H2O is broken down, O2 is released. Okay. That is why I've drawn this upward. That means it's released out. And then once oxygen is released, there'll be some energy stored in the plants. That energy will be used to make carbohydrate from CO2. That much detail you don't need to know as of now. Just focus on the grana and the stroma. So light reaction is H2O being converted into O2. That occurs in the grana because light is absorbed in the grana. Why? Because the chlorophyll pigment is present in the grana. Where exactly? It is present in the thylakoid membrane. Okay, so in the membrane of the thylakoid, we have presence of chlorophyll pigment. Not inside, not outside, in the membrane. Got it? So that is why grana absorbs the light, and light reaction can occur, or light dependent reaction can occur. Stroma doesn't need light. Stroma has some enzymes that will help in converting CO2 into carbohydrate. That is why dark reaction occurs in the stroma. So we say that chloroplast can be divided into two major parts, grana and stroma, in which grana you have the light reaction and in the stroma we have the dark reaction. That's it. That much you need to know. So just quick revision. Where is the chlorophyll pigment present or the green pigment present? One, it is present in the green leaves. Inside the green leaves, it will be present in the mesophyll layer. Inside the mesophyll layer, it is present in the palisade and spongy layer. Inside the palisade and spongy layer, it is present in the chloroplast. Inside the chloroplast, it is present in the grana. Inside the grana, it is present in the thylakoid membrane. Got it? So now when questions come, depending on whatever is given as the option, of course, you're in grade 7, it won't come where are the green pigment present, it won't come green leaves, right? It will be coming from inside. So either the option will be given as grana or it will be given as a thylakoid membrane. So you will mark accordingly. Got it? Any doubt here, anyone? Okay. Now moving forward, let's look at the structure of the stomata. So this is a actual, cross section of a leaf under a microscope. So you can see this is the opening, which is known as the stoma, and this entire thing will be known as the stomata. So stomata is what? Stomata is equal to the stoma, which is the opening, plus your guard cells. So you can see these bean-shaped cells that are present. These are your guard cells. They also have chloroplast present. So like I said, since it's green in color, the entire leaf is green in color, all the cells will have the chloroplast present, but it is mainly the mesophyll layer that conducts the photosynthesis. So here you see guard cells can open and close. How will they open and close? If the guard cells absorb water, what will happen? They will become turgid. That means they'll swell up. When they swell up, the pore automatically opens. Okay. When this guard cell loses water, automatically the pore will close. So if it's a hot, humid day, hot day, what will happen? The roots will absorb more water. Okay, so leaves cells will have more water. The stomata will open and more evaporation will occur or transpiration will occur, right? But let's say it's a rainy day or it's a humid day, you don't need to water your plants that much, or during winters also you don't need to water your plant that much. Why? Because stomata will be closed. The plant is not absorbing a lot of water, there is not a lot of transpiration happening, stomata usually remains closed, so plants will have conserved water. Okay, so stomata will undergo exchange of water vapor, plus there will be exchange of gases through it. Okay, any doubt so far, anyone? Okay. All right. So this is a test that we do to test if the plants have starch or not. We know that the main product of photosynthesis is what? Carbohydrate, correct? So we do a simple starch test. If you remember in grade 6, we've done food tests, right? So we've done iodine test, and iodine tests are usually for carbohydrate. So this is what we do. We take a green leaf, we boil it. Okay, when we boil the green leaf, what is happening is that all the chemical reactions that are occurring inside the leaf, that means photosynthesis, respiration, whatever, will stop. That is why we're boiling the leaf. Then we'll take this leaf and we'll put it in alcohol. Alcohol will remove all the green color from the leaf, okay, so that it's easier for you to see the test. Then we wash off the leaf. Any remaining chemical we'll wash off. We'll take this leaf, decolored leaf, and we'll add iodine solution to it. Iodine solution is brown in color. Okay, the moment it encounters starch, it will turn blue-black in color, indicating that green leaves produce carbohydrates. Got it? So like this, we'll have multiple tests. We'll test for carbohydrate. We've done the carbohydrate test. We'll also do CO2 test. That is CO2 important. Is oxygen released? How do we know all these things that oxygen is being released? So oxygen being released, CO2 being used, water being an important factor, light being an important factor, chlorophyll being an important factor. So for each one, we'll have a different test. Okay, and that you have to know. So in the regular classes, we'll talk about all the tests in detail. For now, I'm going to stop here only. Okay. So that's it for the demo. Does anyone have any doubt? If you have any doubt, you can ask. Correct, Lokesh. So that we'll discuss in detail in the regular classes. Anyone has any questions for me? No? All good? All right, great. So that's it for the demo. All right. I hope to see you guys in the regular classes soon. And of course, we'll talk about everything in detail in there. All right. Okay, then. Thank you everyone for joining. See you soon. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Bye-bye.